My mother used to say I wasn't born, I was refracted. I had two-toned eyes and tricolored curls, and finger painting always left my hands covered in sunsets. And my Technicolor Jesus never seemed to stay inside the lines in Sunday school. And as I grew, my radiating vision always seemed to race the pace of the expansion of the universe. But I always knew of the beauty in stillness, the poetry in constancy, the way that light refuses to change its pace despite the hostile nothingness of vacuum vacancy. So when I saw him, watching all the workings of the world, calculating stars that I had always thought were infinite, studying the bones of hands I'd only ever thought about as tools for making painted prints, I was convinced that this new apparition held the answers to the mysteries that I swam through. How focused and controlled, how tangible and piercing. But I was a rainbow and he was a laser beam, and we could only ever touch inside of crystal prisms, perfect prisons, and only then if I would let him be my origin. But I was independent as the sunlight striking clouds, as Yellow City lamplight hitting oil-coated puddles and insisting that pollution can be beautiful, independent as that forest-filtered glinting iridescence of that somehow so much more than silver butterfly that never lights on anything for more than half a second. And believe me, I know how hard he tried to comprehend, but this experience can never be repeated in experiment conditions. It cannot be quantified or understood by outside observations. This is a life only known in the living. And he couldn't give me that. He couldn't leave behind the laboratory's safety glass and pragmatism, trading potency for poignancy, Axis-labeled charts for impressionist artwork, saving the world for writing its eulogies. He couldn't trade a single certain moment for an ever-shifting history. But if I could tell him just one thing, it would have to be, I'm sorry. I couldn't condense to make sense for you either, couldn't bring my shining to finite end so you could find the proof that I treasured you. So maybe we were never meant to enter into fact. But that doesn't mean that we were only fiction. I know your mind is focused, but I think that you thought about loving me scattered. And my spirit might be spectral, but I swear that I loved you specific. Oh. Thank you all. That was delightful for me.
That was incredible.